it comes to a little bit of giving advice to traveling alone, for me, I don't know if I'm the best person to talk to about traveling alone in terms of tips and tricks, because my biggest thing, seriously though, I mean, for example, I always tell people my trip to the Philippines, because it was the most unplanned trip I've ever did. And I was warned not to go by this woman. And I was told it's super dangerous and don't be in Manila. And it was rated one of the most dangerous cities, to visit. And it's super third world and it's super run down and people will rob you apparently. And I was just like, great, I'm going to Manila. And bought my ticket, went to Manila, wanted to go to one of the clean black sand beaches, because Manila is really, really run down in third world. It just has a lot of pollution, particularly in that city. So when people go to the Philippines, they usually go to Cebu or these nice view, nice ocean, beautiful scenery areas. And I was just like, I'm gonna go to the hood. But I did want to get to a beach that was semi-nice, because I was in a semi-cold time in South Korea at the time. It was like around February, I think. And I was just like, you know what? I just want to do like a little birthday celebration. I want to get somewhere where I'm able, So let me just go to the Philippines. And I went a little bit south and I stayed in I'm like so distracted by the music outside, Lord Jesus. I'm gonna tell them to turn it down right quick.
This is very impromptu. I have this is me. Very bare.
In terms of this trip.
Yes.
So, went on this trip, did not plan this trip. Okay, I was like, I'll be fine. I'll just figure it out. So, I prepaid for the hotel that I was going to go to in the actual city of Manila. But the beaches that I wanted to go to was a little bit more south. I had to take a bus there. It took about 6 or 7 hours. And then I went to this place, this huge hotel, drove up to it. When we get dropped off at the bus stop, which is kind of like a mega bus or a Greyhound bus, they drop you off, and the only form of transportation are these motor tricycles where they have the person driving is the taxi, and they have like a little crate on the back that you can put your bags, and then you're like in the seat next to them, and you are just riding like about like 5 inches.
But like,
nah, you're 5 inches off the ground. It's like you're in a go-kart, but it's a tricycle.
Okay.
So you're just as low to the ground, and you're just as motorized, but it's completely open, and it's low-key a bike.
Wow. Okay.
It's very interesting. I definitely have some videos on it.
Okay.
But anyways.
Okay.
We're traveling with this go bike, and we go to this huge hotel that I looked up, and that's just where my research ended. It was completely booked, and I was like,
but didn't you
in Manila, and then I got on the bus, and then
to
I
go
went
to
to
this
Cebu, and then I got off the bus, and then I rode up to the hotel, and then there were no rooms, and I was like, Iyanna, you are in the Philippines by yourself. You know no one. You have no friends. You have no contacts. You have no place to stay. Do not panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. It'll all be fine. So I told myself, don't panic.
And that's the best advice you can give yourself at the moment. No, absolutely.
That was great.
Yeah.
So
that's what saved your life, honestly.
I walked back to the go bike. Actually, I think he probably left, and I think I had to get another one. And I was just like, just take me to any hotel that possibly has a room. And we ride down because this one was on like a major hill. So we ride down this hill, and we're passing these ones, and I'm like, oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. There's one. Oh, there's one. Okay, we keep on going, and I'm like, I have no idea where we're going. And I was like, let me just, I think I'm just trusting him because he seems to know where he's going. And I'm just passing all the ones like this, like, that looked like, that looked cool too. Oh, there must have been like 10 of them. And we get to the end of the beach, and there's this beach resort that we rode up to, and I was like, okay. And I go in, they're like, yeah, we have a room available. And I'm like, okay. And then I pay for the room and put my stuff in, and I'm like, okay, that worked out wonderfully.
Here we are.